Hey guys, if we're doing a drill like the doorway stretch where we're kind of going here and we're stretching it a little bit, one of the things that I think you get a little bit more benefit out of is to actively kind of put this shoulder joint into rotation, right? Into external rotation. So we're stretching this guy out. Most people feel like a stretch in their chest. They feel maybe a stretch in their shoulder a little bit. And then from there, we like to be active about it. So we like to kind of externally rotate. And I like to actively, I'll show you from here, kind of pull my shoulder back off of that. So I'm passively putting my shoulder into a stretch, and then while this joint is in a position that it's not normally used to, when it's feeling really tight, we'll kind of externally rotate it. We'll actively kind of rotate that shoulder back to get a little bit more out of it. Now, sometimes you can have some different issues where you get some tightness in the neck during it, and it's just a lot. And usually that's because this is just a really stressful position to be in because there's so much tightness, whether it's coming from like the chest, whether it's coming from somewhere in the back of the shoulder. So one of the things that we can do is we can use something like a dowel, and we can do a little bit of just kind of passive external rotation in a different positions that our shoulder and our chest aren't being stretched backwards in. I hope that makes sense. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use like a dowel, and I'm gonna kind of reach around like this, and I'm just going to kind of bend this backwards. And I wanna be nice and gentle about it. More isn't necessarily better. I'm not going from like 0 to 1,000 here, but we're just getting a little bit of a stretch on it. And then from here, I like to work my way back into this position, which is a little bit more challenging because now we're putting more tissues on stretch, like the pec. So I will go from here, and I will kind of just passively kind of try to relax this arm as much as I can, and we're just going to kind of rotate this guy backwards, and I'm slowly going to kind of bring it backwards here and be in a similar position as the door frame, but I'm not kind of all the way back there. The other thing that we want to be careful about is when we're doing this stretch and you're kind of actively lifting off, that this shoulder here is not all the way up here. A lot of times, some of the muscles above the shoulder, like your trap, will be really, really active. And as you're trying to kind of activate this, you're just cranking on your trap and some of the muscles around your neck. So we really want to make sure that we're in this position and our shoulder's kind of down. So I kind of think about putting a little bit of tension to my shoulder blades, kind of like I'm pulling them into my back pocket a little bit. I'm not putting so much tension that I'm kind of just using this, right? Just a little bit of tension there, making sure that this kind of guy stays away from my ear here, and I'm not cranking on it like this, causing a little bit of discomfort in the shoulder. So if you're having troubles with the doorway stretch, these would be the two things that I'd work on a little bit. So passively using the dowel, right, to kind of get it there, taking it then passively and moving it into a similar position, and also getting in here and making sure that your shoulder's not raising and you're not using part of the neck and part of the upper trap for that position. I hope this helps out a little bit. Be sure to let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys next time.